What I've got here today is a couple short clips on some wobbler steam engines I made according to Mr. Pete 222's plan on YouTube. He's got a very nice YouTube channel showing how to make these little wobbler engines. They're a fun winter project. I've just got this one completed. I've already started it and it seems to run pretty good. It's got a steel flywheel, a 3/16 main crankshaft, brass connecting rod. And how these engines work, the cylinder just wobbles back and forth, and there's ports on this side. You can either run these on air or steam, either one. Air is of course less mass, but these ports go into the cylinder, and as it wobbles back and forth, you've got intake and exhaust. This little nut and spring here adjusts the tension between the main frame here and the cylinder itself. It's a 1-inch bore and about a 3/4 inch stroke. They don't produce any power, they're just a fun project. It takes a fair amount of planning and machining to manufacture one of these little engines. But Mr. Pete has a detailed video on how to construct one of these little engines. This is the second one I've made. They both seem to run pretty well. We'll try it out here. They're not a self-starting engine. You've got to get them over center to make them start. And there we go. This engine's running on about 3 pounds of air pressure. To reverse the engine, you can just apply the air or steam to the other port. It'll run the other direction then. I like to see how slow they'll run. This is the second one of these engines I've built. I tried to dress it up a little bit by knocking the corners off the base, as well as a 45-degree cut on the main frame here on the cylinder. Kind of dress it up a little bit. I added some holes in the flywheel. This is all kind of practice machining, laying out a bolt circle would be similar to this, to have everything come out correctly. This is the first one I built just about a year ago. It also runs real well. Similar design, a little bit different. I used just some channel iron, or channel aluminum rather, for the base, and the flywheel doesn't have any holes in it, but I did add a little pulley. I left the flywheel a little bit larger and turned this down so the pulley and flywheel are one piece. We'll see if it'll run. These little engines will run right along. That's about 10 pounds pressure. Where's my hose come off here? 10 pounds pressure. Then we should be able to reverse it by just changing the ports here. There again, it's not self-starting. This going the other direction. These are a fun project. This also has a brass connecting rod, a brass main bearing here. The base is undercut a little bit here to allow for clearance for the flywheel, the same as this one. I think it looks a little better to have the flywheel slightly recessed in the base. I left the crankshaft a little bit longer. I think I'll make a little pulley, maybe a wide flat belt type pulley for this engine.